Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Anglophile achievement. We have just integrated France and we are all the stronger for it. May have taken up a lot of our governing capacity, but we're doing alright, which is rather nice. So we're going to expect a very nice power spike as we minimize our autonomy in a couple of these new what do we call them? States. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, so in between episodes, I did have a look to see if we had missed anything, and realistically, we haven't. These two armies, I believe, were either mine or one of them was France's, but that's not going to be an issue for us, so we've got them sorted. And then other than that, all that I have realised is that we have a stack of navies that need repairing, or upgrading at the very least. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tell these ships to upgrade. All of these light ships will certainly give us a lot more money if we can get them upgraded. 34 of them need upgrading, that is fine. We'll also go ahead and tell them not to go to port during war. We're doing well enough and we're not fighting any other navies, so we may as well go ahead and upgrade what we can and make sure we are in the best position possible. Also tell them not to stay home, and I think, let's see, was there another navy somewhere around? There is, it's just a matter of finding out where. There we go, we have some more ships to upgrade there, that should be fine. We can also maintain pirating, and for all of you, let's see, extra galleys, let's combine you and upgrade you as well. 39, so that's going to cost us a fair chunk of change, but that is all a-okay. Also, with that, having taken on all of France's land, we now can go ahead and build some more buildings for much better progress than what they had managed before. So let's quickly go ahead and chuck in a, let's see, courthouse? Yeah, Paris would be a fair bit. I think we'll go, maybe we'll go for a, let's see, minimum local autonomy, province governing cost down 15%. Yes, that's definitely what we want to do for Paris. That'll mitigate a lot of that extra governing capacity growth that we've picked up. Anjou can also go ahead and get that. Olyney as well. Yeah, there's going to be a few state houses that we can produce. Those should be fine for now. Let's have a look at taxation. Yeah, we have a couple of those that are worth a pretty penny. Production-wise, I'm sure it will be a similar matter, but we will wait until we have all of these buildings done before we really see all of the benefits. 0.57, yeah, that is certainly worth it. All right. So we'll come back with a couple more manufactories. We probably have a few trade depots as well, and even some training fields, which will do very, very nicely. So we'll come back to this at a later date. I think I'm fairly happy with the state of everything as it stands. Only heavy ships and light ships there, that'll be, transports there, that will be fine. Alright then, let's go ahead and focus back over here. So, we are fighting Bengal, we are here for a mission, so that's what we're going to do. We're actively trying to hunt down the vast majority of their men. It looks like we're going to be attacking into the jungle. Who is going to be there when we arrive? We'll be there on the 10th. They will arrive on the 13th. You know what? Let's go ahead and cancel for 2 seconds. We will give them a day or two to leave. Yes, that's what we'll do. If we can arrive as they're planning on departing, that would mean we would be able to, yeah, we'll arrive on the 13th, which is when they will have left. That way we get to stack a very small army and guarantee a victory. That is definitely what we're after. Let's go ahead and move across. Let's also make sure that we are consolidating our front line. We're using up a lot of their manpower, but that is fine by me. We have purchased them for that very reason. We'll also go ahead and shift consolidate just to double check. And I think that that should be fine. So let's go ahead and take this battle. Let's see. What can we do? Oh, okay. So apparently if it is on the 13th, either they weren't locked in or they just stayed as is. Alright. Well then, let's see how this goes. We could go ahead and... Oh, we have better discipline than these fellows. Okay, that's good. Our morale is also significantly better. Okay, well, let's see how this fight pans out. We do have a -1, which is not ideal, but it looks like they are retreating. That's what we want to see. Okay. And they're heading over... Which direction? Something or other. Yeah, they're working their way across. Alright, let's go... where was the other fellow heading? They're all heading in this direction. So let's go ahead and move across. We might need to head over to their capital. Actually, yeah, I just have a sneaking suspicion that they may try something against one of our smaller stacks here. So, if they're going to retreat to their capital, because they often retreat to a nearby fort, it's probably worth noting. Maybe they're heading up to the north. Okay, you know what? That is fine by me. Let's go ahead and face them in the farmlands. Oh, if we could chase them down, that would be ideal. No penalty crossings, nothing of the sort. That could be very nice. When do we arrive? 13th? Alright, and they're trying to escape. So they'll be out on the 15th. We could be there on the 17th. Okay, so close but no cigar. Oh, and it looks like they are still retreating. So they're going to be traveling... Oh, all the way back home. Okay. This is our time to strike. Let's bring our mercenaries... our mercenaries? No, let's bring our cannons over to bear against their capital. We're going to try and siege this down as quickly as possible. We should at this point have ticking war score. That's what we need. That will help us out. We've also apparently got some costly embargoes. Ooh. What's going on here? Okay, so let's see. Well, we can pick up a new idea for quantity. That is nice. Decrease our cost of our regiments. That is nice. And then the next one is for national supply limit modifier. Okay, taking less attrition is good. And apparently we may have... Have we just eclipsed the Mamelukes? Let's see. Commonwealth, Ottomans... I think we're in a position where we're no longer... Oh no, we are no longer allowed to have multiple rivals. Okay, so we have done away with the Mamelukes. That's unfortunate. We were about to go to war with them after we finished this war. That is a pity. I suppose we'll go ahead and we will remove that embargo. Let's see. Yeah. Where is our economy actions? There we go. Revoke embargo. That'll have to do. We'll still go ahead and do that. We've also lost, yeah, rival, humiliate rival there. Now, well, it is what it is. But we will come for them nonetheless. We will certainly go ahead and take them out in the near future, whether they are our rival or not. Alright, let's see. How are we doing here? If we consolidate all of you... how many ships are obsolete? That would be a... fairly much everybody, it seems. No? You know what? Doesn't matter. Let's just stay as is for now. We'll fix that up later. We'll have a bit of a truce anyway, so that'll be plenty of time for us to focus on things afterwards. Alright, let's see. You know what? Well, I think we may have... Yeah, we still have war taxes going. I think for now, we'll go ahead and turn them off. We have been enjoying the money, but at the end of the day, I don't think money is really an expense we cannot afford. So we may as well go ahead and make sure that our idea gain is nice and quick. Yeah, we want to get them through and through so we can gain those extra policies. That would be rather good. Alright, looks like we've got tropical wood. That is nice. We also have a treasure fleet. Always pleased to see such things. Let's grab ourselves... Let's see, Fort level 5, do we really care for that? Fort level 4, 2... You know what, I'm almost half tempted to retreat them back and take out another fort. But they do have a decent number in their military. We have a check there, they're at what, 66? Yeah, a good 90,000 men that they have, so we cannot be frivolous with our manpower. We cannot split up too much, especially as they've all retreated in that direction. That could be very poor for us if they consolidate. So let's bring... I guess we're just going to have to stay where we are for now. In fact, we'll also turn off that forced march. That is unnecessary. Alright, extra autonomy in Ormond or lose base tax. We'll always go for the autonomy. That we can handle. Timber shortage is not ideal. But it looks like Bengal is now being attacked by multiple enemies. Okay. You know what? We're going to need to break this up immediately. Let's go ahead and use our ships. We need to take that straight away. And you guys, we need to get you over there as well. Yes, one of our future missions is to take this land here. So if we can avoid fighting these guys before we have to, that would be ideal. So we're going to quickly run across there. I'm going to hope that their armies can basically keep theirs at bay, and then we can sneak in and steal the occupation. Right, church power and missionary strength. That's not too bad. Or less unrest. You know what? We're going for missionary strength, I think. Extra church power is always a good thing for us. Let's go ahead and also... Ooh. We use 500 ducats, but we get a 25% discount on great project upgrades. Huh. Well, you know what? We are getting close to that time where we can afford these things. Sure, let's go ahead and we will hire him. And we have that until 34, so we have 10 years to do a couple more projects. Alright, what else have we got? Extra Diplo rep. And we lose a little bit of loyalty in some places. We could also go ahead and gain global trade power for a couple of years. Or monthly autonomy change. I think we're going to go for diplomatic reputation. No, diplomatic relations. Oh, well, you know what? That's not as ideal. Let's go for the... let's go for the trade power, I think. That should be fine. Yeah, that'll net us the most amount of good. Looks like we did get that siege as well. That's fantastic. We've also sunk the Bengali flagship. Hip hip huzzah. Always happy to see. We do have disloyal estates. That'll go away in time. Mercenaries are low. Don't care about that. Let's bring... Let's go force march. We want to work our way down there as quickly as possible. Mercenaries, let's bring you over. We'll work through all of these if we can, but we don't want them to take our potential future war goals. So that will be there on the 23rd. Let's break off a new unit. That should be fine. They'll stay behind and take that occupation. That's what we're after. Alright, fantastic. We have got there in time. That would be ideal. So if we go ahead and check, what we're going to be going for is for... Here we are. So first of all, we need to conquer Bengal, which will be all of this land there. And then following on that, we need to take the Indian coast, which will be all the way down here. So we definitely want to take that. And then we also need to take all of that inland as well. So I don't think we're going to be able to capture all of those, unfortunately. We're not going to be able to call them, but for everything against that coastline, we will certainly be aiming for. Alright, so we did defeat their navy. That was good, it looks like. That was fairly effective, unfortunately. 3rd of April, yeah. Our little maneuver was a little unnecessary, although it did seem to work out in the long run, so I guess that's not too bad. We'll keep you there. We got that surrendered. Let's move up over there. In fact, let's go ahead and fight their navy before it has a chance to repair too much. We may as well fight them when they are weak. Luckily for us, most of our ships are in a fairly strong state, so I'm not too concerned about them. Let's go... You know what, mercenaries? Start working on that next fort. That's going to take enough time as it is. So we'll go ahead and focus on what we can control. Let's also bring you up over here. And that should be the final port that the Bengali Navy is able to use. So that would be quite nice. Unfortunately, they do get 2 repair ticks, so they are going to be a little bit stronger than we wanted, but they're not going to be in strong enough number. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. We have sunk 10 of their light ships, 6 of their transports, all of their heavies. That's not too bad. Oh, and I believe we even captured some transports and light ships. Well, isn't that just nice? Oh, botheration. And it does seem like Kale has been a rather annoying pain in our backside and managed to get that province before us. Okay. So at this point it looks like it's going to be a bit of a base race to see who can gain the most war scores. So we're going to quickly race you up over here. They're going to send you over there. Even if we're not making progress, the fact that we'll be standing on their fort should be enough to cause them issues. Colony self-sustaining. Excellent. Let's go ahead and see where that is. There we go. Okay, all of this area is turning out nicely. So, let's see. Where do we want to travel to next? I think what we're going to do is, instead of helping them, we're going to quickly finish off the Cape of Africa. But it looks like Portugal has jumped in right at the very end. Okay, that is irritating. Alright then, I wonder how Portugal jolly well made it there. I would have thought that, I guess they do have a couple of islands. Yes, alright, well, I guess that is what it is. That's my fault for taking so much time to get there. We should have done that years ago. But we will get that back in no amount of time. Let's go ahead and bring... Let's see. I know that there is a good port around here somewhere. There we go, a natural harbour. That's what we're after. Maybe we go ahead and bring our mercenaries in that direction. Potentially, but I don't think we have the transports at the moment. Alright, well, if that's going to be the case, we'll just come back and conquer that in the future, I suppose. Let's work on... Let's see, can we mitigate their potential colonial range on any of these small islands? I'd really rather not fight for the islands if I can. They're always a pain to suppress as they get a little uppity. So I suppose what we'll do is... I think we'll leave all of this for now. Yeah, let's just work on our colonial nation. Let's keep going with the British Alaska. That's what we'll go for. Let's bring somebody over to... There we go, that's a fair chunk of development. Let's go ahead and send our colonists. Let's also send out our Irish minority. We will expel them eventually. And then you, my friend, should be heading to that province. Fantastic. Okay, cool. Well, now that we got that sorted, let's see what we can do. Back to India we go. Let's see what we need as far as war score is concerned. So, to take the land that we wish to take, we are looking at a peace offer of 65. We're getting closer. Those are all of our cores. We can't take anything else. We could potentially expand. And I think we probably should. Oh, and it looks like Bengal is trying to take back their fort. Okay. So what we're going to do then is, they are pretty well outnumbered. I think we go ahead and we march our army down there instead. If we can fight them off, all of the better. We'll use our smaller stacks to occupy whatever we can get our hands on. But I think that's pretty much this war over and done with. Let's see if we can piece out any of our other enemies. Let's see. Malwa, sue for peace. No, that's not available right now. In 5 months we should be able to. Honestly, I'm happy enough to set a white peace. That would be fine with me. I just want this war done with fairly quickly. But it looks like we also have ourselves a new merchant. Well, that's rather nice. Let's go ahead and see where we can place them. Most of this is fairly good. They're all transferring trade down. So we don't really have to worry about that. Let's see about... Well, we are going to be taking more power here in Alexandria. We could go... Where do we want to move to? Yeah, I think we're fairly well set. What about over in the New World? We have no one over there. We could possibly control that. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Sure, either way it goes to us though, so it feels a little bit of a waste. What about over in Panama? You know what? That's not a bad call. Just increase our trade power further downstream. Sure, let's go ahead and we will transfer trade power with our new merchant. That will do nicely. Let's make our way back to India and yeah, quickly finish this off as quickly as possible. Alright, so it does look like they're making a decent amount of progress on that siege, but I don't think it's going to quite be enough to stop them. They've only got how many thousand cannons? At most 12,000, so we are certainly going to outnumber them. Yeah, we're going to outflank them. This will be fine. I think that'll be a fine engagement for them to take on by themselves. It also looks like more trading concessions. It looks like we're going to have... okay, so that's some of the natives. Honestly, I do not really mind what's going on there. That'll sort itself out in no time, I am sure. We'll keep spreading all of these men out. Let's go over to there. Sure. Honestly, I don't think that's going to matter, and even if we do lose 2,000 men, it's only 2,000 men. Everybody over there is primed and ready for that engagement. That is fine. Let's go ahead and save the merchant. I think that'll be fine. Yeah, more diplo power and a little bit of money is really not much of a consequence for us. Alright, and we certainly are doing a good job fighting the army of Bengal. Alright, so they took very heavy losses. We're perfectly fine. We can withstand this. Let's chase them forwards. We'll take some more land and slowly corner them. We do have near maximum administrative power. We should probably go ahead and spend some of that. Inflation's not a real big issue for us. Technology, that's still going to be some time away. Oh, we have a black flagged army. Oh. Alright, turns out our colonist is back. Okay. We'll go ahead and do that. Let's send the colonist over there instead. That'll be fine. Let's send you... There we go. We'll get that sorted. Any other armies that we need to be aware of? No, and we also have a fair bit of church power. Okay, well then, let's go for... What do we wish to have? I think we're going to go with some more money. That will be fine. An extra 1,500 ducats is very nice. Let's go ahead and start developing. Where do we go? Development. At this point, I don't think it really matters to micro it too hard. So we'll just chuck in a bit of power here, there, and everywhere. Make sure that they are nice and strong. Let's also chuck in a little bit of other development. Make sure that we're opening up as many building slots as possible. That should be fine. Let's see. Anything else? Let's bring that one up a little bit further. And then anyone else close? Bring you up to a nice and round 15. There we go. Okay. That'll do for now. That should be fine. All right. Actually, yes, there we go. That is good. Alright, so still continuing to win. That is what we're here for. Looks like their army is up and retreating. We're going to go ahead and Kale is going to take that fort. Unfortunately, they have done a fair bit of work there. Let's just grab the last of these provinces that we can get our hands on. We will chase them down. Let's see if we can find where the remnants of their army is. They have 0 manpower whatsoever, so I don't think we have any worries. In fact, if anything, they might actually turn out to be a benefit to us, as they may accidentally take back some of the land from Kale, of which we can then possess ourselves. Alright, looks like those 20,000 men are going to be a bit of a pain. Let's bring you back to the... our main army. Let's go ahead and grant them a seat in Parliament. And before we battle, can we peace out? The answer is yes, yes we can. Okay, so that is very nice. We have a couple of reasons to access. What would we want? Do we just want to take what we're after? It's not the worst idea. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We don't have any separatism from the land that we purchased, or none that I'm aware of. No. We're perfectly fine as far as unrest is concerned, and we can still convert that as well. That'll be fine. We will need to remove it from the trade company though, so we can convert it, so we should probably do that now. Let's see, that will hurt a little bit of their state's production, but that's fairly null and void, I dare say. Yeah, let's go ahead and just peace on out as it is. I think this will be perfectly fine. We're not going to get any cause revoked. That is unnecessary. Let's go ahead and... Actually, before we do go, let's just double check our missions that we're not going to miss any land. So that's definitely what we're after. And then the Indian coast. That finishes where we have sort of begun. So yeah, we want to take that one as well if possible, which we are. Okay, that is everything that we can ask for. I think that's everything that we need. That's a good use of our power, and it saves us having to fight them too much, and it keeps them strong enough to fight off any of the others, so they're easier for us to fight in the future. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and set that demand. In fact, you know what, do we go for any money? We could take 176 ducats, but I think that's... let's see, so that goes to 68. Yeah, it's only an extra 3 reasons. You know what? Sure. Let's go ahead and take their money for good measure. Set demand. Hip hip huzzah. Alright, British Crusade against Bengal is perfect. So, now what we're going to do is we have the option to seize land, which we certainly should make good on. Can we go ahead... Oh, we could take some land from the burghers. The nobility have the vast majority. How's our religious power coming? Not quite good enough. Fine. Let's go ahead and... Oh, what was I doing? Oh, that's right. Seize land. We might as well go ahead and get that done. Oh, wait a second. No, that will cause issues with the nobility. Cancel that for now. Let's go... Yeah, we need to get them back up to 50, otherwise we'll be fighting some rebels. Alright, let's just focus on coring up the land. That is what we need to do. 59.9% overextension is fine by me. We will bring our mercenaries over to here, and then The remainder, you can work your way back over there, and that should be enough for rebel suppression in the future. Okay, so there goes the mission fulfilled. Oh. I don't think we have claims on these just yet, but if we do activate them, yeah, let's cancel their... Let's cancel those. Let's get back that administrative power. Same for here. Yes, and because we have claims already, that will be fine. But what we do here is we're going to conquer Bengal. That'll give us a permanent claim on lots of area. And then, because we'll have claims on these areas as well, we will now be able to call that at a slightly cheaper price. So that is what we will do. Alright, making sure that we're making the most of our power. Alright, so that's fairly good. Let's see, what else do we have? Exiled armies, that will be easily fixed up. And now we just have building improvements to do. Okay, so the first question is, are there any grand projects that we would particularly care to finish? Hang on a second. Center of Trade. We can do that a little bit quicker and easier elsewhere. Let's go for the... Where is it? Great Projects. Where are they? There it is. Alright, so we can go for the Tower of London. That will give us extra yearly army prestige and regular prestige. That will help us stay quite prestigious for the rest of the game. That is one option. We could also go for... Needs to be within our lands for me to consider it. Or at least until we have them finished. We could go for... Yes, Edinburgh Castle. Potentially a free military policy is nice. How much would that cost us? 1,800. And then where from there? Stonehenge, that's only going to help us with heretics, heathens, stability. Missionary strength at the end is nice, but I don't think that's too important. Tower of London, okay. Yeah, I think we already looked at that. Extra yearly prestige in army tradition. Local defensiveness is nice. Alright, did we check out Paris at all? I feel like there's a couple in Paris we could do. What have we got here? So... we could afford that. Oh, they're building a state house right now. Right, okay, well that would explain why we didn't get those options. Yeah, should probably go for that at some point soon. That'll be 3,700. That's not bad. Let's go for one of the others then in the meantime. Let's go for... let's go for the Edinburgh Castle. I think that's a good one to go for. Yes, I think that'd be rather nice. Extra loyalty from the nobility is nice. And then that extra free military policy in the end will also be rather good. Go ahead and spend some money on that. Unfortunately, it's not cheaper to start them. To throw money at the project. Let's also go ahead and get that one sorted too. May as well do both of them since we can afford it. And then with the remainder of our money, let's go ahead and see. Manufactories. Yes, let's do one of them and... Well, I think that's going to be about it now, isn't it? Yes. Gonna have to do the rest as we earn more money, but we will do that in the next episode. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.